there. Welcome to the show where ex-evangelicals watch and talk about TV shows and movies.
The ones we weren't allowed to watch as kids because, Satan and stuff.
I'm Donovan.
I am Zach, and Jesus stole our movies.
So let's learn that we can talk to the dead and try to break a curse that's held over our town and get this movie back.
The Fog.
Nope.
Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Oh my god, I love that movie, but no.
Race to Witch Mountain.
No.
Starring Rock the Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one, but no.
The Pacifier.
It's just in the right direction. Isn't that the name of that song from Bedknobs and Broomsticks?
I don't know. I watched it with my wife, but I don't know.
The fucking banger, dude.
Paranorman.
Yeah, buddy. Paranormies.
Paranorman rules.
I fucking love that movie. That's one of those ones that are like, it's a Halloween movie. I'm like, that's an all-year movie.
It's an all-year movie, baby.
You put that shit on right now. We put it in the car. We have a car copy. Yeah,
oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah, we love
Dude,
that
Paranorman
shit.
rules.
Uh-huh.
All those Leica Studios stop-motion films are awesome.
Yeah, Missing Link is pretty underrated.
Missing Link, I can't with Missing Link. I cried so hard.
Yeah,
it makes me cry so much.
Yeah, the ending was pretty bogus. I remember we were watching that. I was like, how can they do this to this pure creature? This is so bogus.
I'm kind of a Kubo and the Two Strings guy. I'm kind of a Kubo and the Two Strings guy.
I love me some Kubo.
Like if I ever get to play in a role-playing game where I'm not the game master and it's like a fantasy setting, I want to be a bard that can do the thing that Kubo does with the animating paper with the music.
Oh, hell yeah,
to be my spell, but I don't know how you would make that work, and I always have to GM, so
yeah.
That
does sound like it would be a cool little thing to incorporate into a game for sure. Because that little thing he does is fucking sick, especially just in the beginning alone, where he goes into town to make some money, and he's like, "Check out what I can do," and it's like all that. Oh, it's so cool. I love
There's
an
anime that was on. I saw it on Toonami. I think it was on one of those super late nights. It was called Read or Die, and the lady had the ability to make origami metal. And so at one point she's like fighting this bad guy with a katana made out of like dollar bills.
Oh shit, son.
And she has like a suitcase full of paper she has to drag around because she can use it to like make a giant flying paper airplane and float around or animate it to make
fucking rad.
It's cool. I don't know what happened to that. Where it came from, where it went. I remember seeing it and being like, yes, let's go. But then it was whatever. We missed last week, and it was kind of good timing and bad timing and all that stuff put together. Last week was Trans Day of Visibility, so it's an even better time to do Harry Potter, to say, hey, fuck this lady.
Yep.
Trans people exist and are here and have always been here, and don't be an asshole about it. Yep. So to all our trans siblings out there, we love you, and we care about you, and fuck Joanna. And human beings should be allowed to be human beings. So I thought that was interesting. I did not know that Trans Day of Visibility was going to happen right around when we were talking about this movie, which I think is kind of apropos. So big old middle finger, not to trans people, but to that asshole or any fucking phobes, man. Just don't be a phobe.
Well, also to tack on to that, if you are looking for someone to just vent to, or if you're having a hard time or something, you can always reach out to us at JesusStoleOurMovies@gmail.com or on Instagram at Jesus.stole, because we're there and we will gladly listen and be an ear or offer support any way we can. So there's that too, because like Zach said, we love all you guys and we want to make sure that everyone sticks around as long as they can, man, because it's a beautiful world with all of you in it. Unless you're a Nazi, because that's not the case with you. You fucking piece of shit. Fucking fuck face.
So last time we spoke about Harry Potter and its impact.
Which one though? You got it. There's 8 of them. Which one?
I don't. the book series in total. I don't know.
Harry
Harry
Potter and the
Potter,
Sorcerer's Stone.
which Sorcerer's Stone is interesting because I believe I remember there being a bit in America where they had to change it to Philosopher's Stone.
That's the original title, like in England and stuff,
Uh,
and they changed it to Sorcerer for America.
so
So
I
I
thought
don't
it
know
was the
why.
opposite. Hmm.
Nah. That's why if you see it anywhere else, it's just like the Philosopher's Stone. But for some reason, America had to be like, oh, they're not going to understand what philosopher means. Make it a magic man.
So the publishing company probably did that because they knew Christians were going to be crazy about it and it would just sell their books better, which is just more capitalist manipulation, if you ask me. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, so we talked briefly about, not briefly, but we talked about how the Christian response to Harry Potter was very, very um, intense. There's a lot of stuff about its devils, its demons, like they're literally teaching your children spells, which it's a fucking book, dude. I don't know what you're doing with your life.
I'm
We
having a lot of fun by making people think that this is legitimate. Book books full of spells for all the kids. We're trying to turn them all into Satan lovers. We don't give no damns about you, Jesus.
and they're trying also to make money for their offering plate. You know,
Yeah, you
scared
always got to
people,
remember that.
scared people pay money not to be scared or to have their fears stoked so they can feel okay being scared of someone else. Um,
See,
and
I
I
think
think it's
I think that's a hard thing that I've never really wrapped my head around. Is the point you just made? Is that like they're trying to get money into those offering plates? I don't really think about it that way a lot because I'm always like, well, that's a pure thing. Still in my head, you know what I mean? Like there's that like Christian rationale in my head a little bit still. That's like, well, they're just getting money because it's the church. No, no, you dumbass.
when
You
you're
know
wearing
what's going on.
yeah, not when you're wearing multiple $1,000 suits and
Yeah, right.
gold rings and Rolexes and planes and stuff. Like
Yep.
that doesn't further the kingdom of God.
Did you see that one where the guy was like locking the church doors until people like give him a certain amount of money?
Hmm.
That's fucking crazy, man.
That's nuts, and you don't have to pay taxes on it, which is
Nope.
crazy to me. Because our buddy Stephen Dollins was talking about he kept referring to when he did the Pokemon thing. The it was the Devil in Your Living Room, I believe, was the book he was touring on, and he specifically used the word tour over and over again. You don't tour a philanthropy or a religious thing. Tour is pretty coded to be a capitalist, you know,
Right.
thing. I don't know. And to go from place to place saying, "Oh, you should be afraid of this, and you should be afraid of this, and everything is the devil," just feels like I don't know. It's not wholesome to me. But
No.
we talked about that last time. But this time we're going to actually finish the plot of the film and hopefully just talk about this.
Yeah,
Get
yeah. You know we're about to spoiler alert. We about to run into a fucking centaur, y'all.
Yeah. Oh, unfortunately Calvin wasn't able to join us. We had a great time with Calvin.
Yes.
Um, he was a lot of fun, and hopefully we can have him on for a shorter movie and for another time that like maybe the Christian response isn't so big. So we don't have
Yeah.
to get so deep into it. Also, we had to take a lot of time to talk about just the moral objection that we have to people being bigots,
Yes.
which took up a lot of time as well. But it's time that's well spent and well worth it to make sure that we can make sure everybody kind of feels safe and okay. But shout out to Calvin. Check him out, Unquestionable Calvin, on the TikToks and the Instagrams
Mm-hmm.
and all that stuff. And he's great, and we hope to have him back. But we're going to continue on with Harold Portner and the Portner of Sporting Scortigooby Badoo. Oh, I have to print a retraction
Uh-oh.
because not only did my friend call this show an ADHD nightmare, which I personally found funny. I didn't take that as an insult. Um,
No.
I just wanted to clarify that I don't think the name McGonagall is necessarily.
Oh
Silly
Jesus.
or dumb. No, seriously, that's somebody's actual name. I don't know if somebody's actual name is Dumbledore. If it is, I'm sorry. Uh
I came to the McGonagall's defense last time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
So
like what I'm saying is in the juxtaposition with the way her other naming conventions are, like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hufflepuff and Dumbledore and, Gryffindor, Slytherin is
Dobby
just
the elf.
Dobby. Yeah. It does it. It's weird. It's not McGonagall's a real last name that real people have in Scotland. And I don't know if that lady, she seems like an asshole. And apparently it's a big there's like big bigotries between even the people on those little islands.
Yeah,
Like even like I don't know, maybe she just thought it sounded funny because it's Scottish and like
and she's a dickhead.
yeah. Because to us over here, sometimes it seems like UK is UK, but
Mhm.
and it's all one thing. But like a lot of the times you'll have the English, not a lot of the times, for all of history, you'll have the the English oppressing everyone. Like real, actual, active, horrible, horrific oppression, like
Yeah.
much like the Americans did to the indigenous people here.
Yeah. How did we get here?
I was just saying McGonagall's a cool name, and
Okay.
it's the juxtaposition that Rowling uses with her silly words that I think
Yeah,
that she may be thinking that's a silly word, and it's
right.
not. It's just somebody's name.
I got you. And you wanted to just say like you weren't making fun of it. You were
Yeah,
just making fun of her choosing things the way she does.
yeah. And I
Because
think that might
she's
be on purpose
sucks.
because she sucks.
Yeah.
Everyone's to keep their feet firmly on the ground while I take Mr. Longbottom to the hospital wing. Understand? If I see a single broom in the air, the one riding it will find themselves out of Hogwarts before they can say Quidditch.
Did you see his face? Maybe if the fat lad had given this a squeeze, he'd remember to fall on his fat ass. Give it here, Malfoy. No. I think I'll leave it somewhere for Longbottom to find.
Neville got injured on the broomstick flying field because he's good at flying his broomstick, but I blame it on Malfoy because he's a piece of shit. And
Yes.
Malfoy stole his memory thing. That's where we were. Nothing has really happened to advance an actual plot. We're just witnessing these children have their school year, and
Mhm.
this poor sad boy that lives under the stairs because these assholes got whisked away to wizard school, and now he's the coolest fucking guy in the world.
Yep. Because
Okay.
he's super famous. Everybody knows who he is. It's like a culture shock to him. He's like, what the fuck is happening? There's chocolate frogs.
Oh my god.
There's all this crazy shit. There's a giant fucking man who burst down my door, gave my cousin a fucking pigtail because he was eating my cake. It's just weird shit, man.
Just weird shit, man. No good, dirty, rotten, low down shitheel Malfoy is a prick about Neville getting injured, and he shows off the stolen memory gimmick. When Harry takes exception to Malfoy's malfeasance, he goes super bully and decides to break the memory thing. But to save it, Harry performs some astounding aerial maneuvers and saves the glass globe. But Professor McGonagall sees him from her window, flying fancy, and marches him off. Not to the arcane equivalent of detention, but to meet a guy.
Oliver Foot.
Uh,
What is it? It's whose class is he in? I think it's Professor Quill. Professor Quill, can I see Oliver Wood, please? Some shit like that. That's how Maggie Smith sounds.
Harry, it seems, is such a gifted broomist, brider, brilet, whatever, that he is the first year in years to be a seeker in a Quidditch. Something something sports. I don't care. Quidditch is a violent sport. Understandably, Harry is nervous, but Hermione decides to put even more pressure on him, saying, "It's in your blood, Harry," and showing him his father's Quidditch trophy in the old Hall of Fame. Zero press, buddy.
I love the part where Ron's like, "What didn't you tell me your dad played Quidditch?" And he's like, "I had no idea." And it's like, "No shit, he didn't know, Ron. He just found out about his dad like 3 fucking days ago."
Way to rub it in, Ron Weasley.
Right. That's bullshit, dude.
Maybe Harry should have seen the signs that his dad was actually the heel of the story.
Yeah, right. My dad's a jock. Just a
Yeah,
fucking asshole jock.
my dad bullied this guy. They bullied him into becoming the Dark Lord. Isn't that what happens, right? Like they're just assholes.
Like yeah, they basically bully Snape into like becoming a Death Eater. And then once he's a Death Eater, he finds out that they're gonna kill Harry's parents, and he's like, "No,
But didn't
Dumbledore, take me in, so you promised to protect them." And
didn't
then Voldemort kills the parents, and Snape's like, "You said you protect them," and Dumbledore's like, "Oh, I meant I'd protect the kid."
well Dumbledore's on some shit, man.
Well, Dumbledore's a
Um,
piece of shit, yeah, the whole time.
didn't they bully Tom Riddle into becoming the Dark Lord? He was already evil.
No, he
I
was
don't.
already evil. Tom Riddle was way before James Potter was at the school.
They found his notebook.
Yeah.
I don't. Hey, guess what? I don't
What?
give a fuck about this shit.
You're asking, I'm giving you
I
answers,
don't
man.
care. I'm like, I don't know. I watched all 8 of these movies once,
Yeah.
and it's like, "Ugh, this is a slog." On their way back to their dorm, the kids are deposited against their will by the weird stair gimmick into a mysterious hallway choked with cobwebs and dust, littered with bizarre, off-putting sculptures. They've been put on the third floor, the forbidden floor, the floor of doom. Actually, hold on, wait.
Oh,
The
yep.
floor
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
of doom.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Okay.
It's even funnier because when you make the noise, it's like you're pulling, like, those really big, like, red wheels that are, like, on a submarine door. It seems like you're going, Also, I gotta point out, dude. So these fucking, like, paintings and sculptures and shit and the moving staircase, they've been there for centuries.
Yeah.
Some of these motherfuckers are probably racist, like bigoted motherfuckers that just yell at some of these students that are just
Oh
like,
my god,
"Oi!"
what the fuck? Why is that space on the wall lighter than the other spaces on the
Exactly.
wall? Oh, they
That
had to
pi-
take that picture down because it
yeah.
started yelling the N word.
You're right. That one's backwards because it started saying started body shaming people.
They
It's
took
just
they're saying slurs that people haven't heard since like 1704. Like, what are you calling me? I don't even think that's an insult.
right. It's weird. They say the word and then they give a definition. I didn't even know platypus was an insult, but that guy made it work.
I felt it in my bones. Boo! Kitty cat jump scare. The kids flee the cat, harbinger of the scary groundskeeper that it is, further into the forbidding shadows to attempt to avoid discovery. No luck hiding in the darkness, kids, because the occult power of Satan lights every torch that they pass, which this is a thing that's been in like science fiction and fantasy. That is one of those things you can very clearly directly track. Somebody read something cool and made it happen in the real world, because
Yeah,
like nowadays we have like motion sensor lights that as you walk the light will turn on and turn back off, and like
yeah,
back in the day that was something that was so crazy and so cool. It would only happen on a starship, or it would only happen in a wizard school. But like
right.
no, it happens just like the like automatically opening doors happened because of Star Trek.
Yeah,
Because
right.
somebody was like, "Oh, that's really cool. How do I make that work in real life?"
The library here, when the door opens, it sounds like a transformer, and I think it's the coolest thing.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, I'm like, oh shit, roll out.
They run. There's a locked door. There's proof that Hermione is the only person with a goddamn head on her shoulders in this situation. There's a super creepy, if completely ineffective, groundskeeper. There's a sweet sleepy boy with 3 freaking heads. And they run again. There's Timu Cerberus over here hanging out. And They find Fluffy up there. He's
Mhm.
this gigantic three-headed dog. After their escape, Hermione reveals that she rolled well on her passive perception check, that Timu Cerberus was guarding something. And
Mhm.
now I realize that an hour into the film, we finally have the barest hint that something else is going on behind the scenes. No villain, no quest, just a bunch of painfully English themed boarding school tropes.
Mhm.
Does anything happen? Is there a plot? Am I being pedantic because I want to despise the work of a monster? You decide. Like,
Why not all the above?
all of the above, everything at once. Next morning, or next week, or whenever, there's sports stuff. Not real sports stuff, but a detailed description of a fictional sport, as if real sports merely existing wasn't bad enough. Moving on.
Got their asses. Fuck you, Denver Broncos. Uh,
I'm gonna die. Oh no.
fucking bullshit pony fucks.
What the Eat my shorts, Lucifer. Back in class, the kids learn about the practice of levitation, levitation. Hermione, driven by the apparent shame of her mixed heritage, is an overachiever, levitating the feather before anyone else, which makes Ron pick on her behind her back, which she, of course, hears, which in turn leads her to being quite upset, as you would. Because
Yeah,
Ron's kind of a dickhead about it. And it's
yeah,
just because she's better at the shit than he is. Like, don't be an asshole, Ron.
yeah. He's being a real fucking dude about it.
And it's not like it's like really, it was like really nasty. What did he said something very, very rude, and I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, he
Uh,
says, fuck. I think he says like she's trouble or something like that. She's horrible, she's terrible, she's dreadful, something like that. Then he calls her the B word and the C word.
oh God, what the fuck? British child? Uh
Yeah. This is where we get to see Seamus blow up a fucking feather. Fucking love Seamus, dude.
hold on 1 second.
Me mom's a witch. Me dad's a muggle.
Later, at Halloween dinner, the boys notice that Hermione isn't there, but before they can look for her, a cry pierces the tumult of the busy dining hall, a voice shouting troll as Professor Quirrell runs in, screaming like an absolute lunatic that there's a troll in the dungeon. The kids freak out, and Dumbledore instructs the kids to head to their dorm and rallies the professors to the dungeon because, any good school worth its salt has dungeons, of course. But where's Hermione? So the boys run to go find her. She's out there in the castle alone with a troll. Hermione is in the bathroom, drying her eyes from crying as a hulking shadow falls upon the water closet door. Behold our troll, more Shrek than Kothar, wielding a giant club. That is a reference nobody's going to get unless you read Weird Sword and Sorcery, but it does have to do with the Batarang. Think about that. Um, I'm not going to explain it. That makes it more mysterious and fun. There's
Yes, it does.
danger, smashing, troll violence, good old fashioned school bathroom vandalism, cranial trauma, and the boys defeat the troll as Ron gains his level 1 levitation spell and Harry does a mighty deed of arms. Not to be outdone, when the professors rush into the debris choked bathroom, Hermione does a persuasion check. But as McGonagall admonishes the boys, but also rewards them, Harry notices that Snape has sustained an injury.
Dude, I love the way that Snape always looks at Harry. Like
You piece of shit.
he's
You son of a bitch.
yeah, right. When he notices the cut on his leg, he covers it, and then he looks at Harry. He's like, "You didn't see shit."
Pure trash. Human trash. The next morning. Sorry, what were we gonna say?
No, I was just gonna comment on what you said. You already said it. How McGonagall was just like, "You guys fucked up. I'm taking your points." And then she's like, "But you did kill the troll, so here's some points."
Yeah, man. It's
That's like
favoritism. This whole
mixed
shit just works on favoritism.
mixed messages and shit, right? You guys can
Yeah.
fuck up as long as I think it's cool.
Yeah. It's like, God damn. Like this is unethical. The next morning, Harry deduces that Snape let the troll in the castle to distract from him trying to get past Cerberus up on the third floor. But no time for detecting, it's time for mail. Or is it? Hedwig, Harry's sweet, sweet snowy owl boy, deposits a present on the table before the kids. Because Harry is the coolest, most rad, giftedest boy in the world, he gets the most advanced, coolest, rad, giftedest riding broom ever built, the Nimbus 17,000.6 or whatever it is. Because hero's journey, magical aids, whatever. But do we ever find out who sent him this present or all these magical gifts?
I think it's Dumbledore who sent him the broom because our McGonagall, I can't remember, but it gives you like a close up of when he opens the gift. It gives you a close up of one of the two. I think it
Oh,
might be McGonagall, but I
because
also
we do
wanted,
know she's a Quidditch head.
yeah, 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 and she basically got him like the secret position.
Right.
Um, but it also has that highly dated thing of putting 2000 after everything that like right at the end of like 99 and everything
Mm.
where it was just like the
2000.
yeah, right. The X Skater 2000. It's just all the random bullshit at 2000 at the end of it. Or extreme.
It heralds the future.
Yeah, yeah.
The Nimbus 2000. Cut to high speed, life threatening, death defiance time as there's an entire ass game of Quidditch played in the middle of the fucking movie. As if I didn't dislike this lady enough, this is 6 full minutes of BS fake sports. Danger happens. Harry loses control of his broom. Hermione and Ron notice that Snape is muttering, presumably casting a spell to hinder Harry. So they light that motherfucker on fire. Harry gains control of his own broomstick with the distracted man and wins the game for Gryffindor as all the kids and adults cheer. Whatever. All told, this is almost 10 minutes of your movie spent on this fictional game. I don't care about real sports, buddy. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about your real sports movie. I don't want to see your fake sport movie. Like, what? What?
What
You
the-
fucking what? And you think these nerds that like your book, that like fantasy novels, are going to want to read about a fictional sport too? These kids
I
are fucking. And is Harry the baby face? Because like he's now a sports star. He's gonna start bullying all the kids. I don't know, man. I had bad experiences in school with sports and shit, and I don't know. I just
I
don't.
feel you.
Why? Why a fictional sport? Why can't you? Let him.
I like when I was a kid, I kind of dug the idea of it, but there was logic in the sport that didn't even make sense to me to begin with. Like the whole idea of like if you catch the snitch, then you automatically win the game. Like that just makes the rest of the players seem null and void. Because
Yeah,
like, what if you're busting your ass, getting their fucking skull cracked open by the bludger, trying to get points in and stuff, and then all of a sudden, like you've gotten like nine broken fucking everything, and then all of a sudden the fucking nerd on a broom catches a little gold ball, and the other team wins. That's
yeah.
just it's so
Ol-
dumb.
Oliver Wood tells Harry that he won a game of Quidditch one time, but he doesn't remember it because he got hit on the head by something so hard. And
Yeah,
none of these kids are wearing fucking helmets. It's like, what?
and they're all
This is
falling. Fuck,
not.
there's no nets. So when they get knocked off
Yeah, there's
their
no net.
broom, they're fucking going hitting the ground. It's just, yeah, it's really wild, man.
And like The only protective equipment they have is, I think, like wrist guards, which
What
is probably a visual movie thing. But you'd
they
think that like they would have a helmet.
there's like a padded helmet thing that Ron wears in a later movie when he becomes part of the Quidditch team. But
But
it's
that's
like
to
one of
make
the
him look like a goober.
yeah, it's like one of those old Leatherheads helmets too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, stupid. Later, while the trio chills out with Hagrid, the singularly most credulous person in the wizarding world, he has loose lips and lets slip the information that Dumbledore had a deal with Nicholas Flamel, one of the most famous names in alchemy, hence the Sorcerer's Stone.
Yep,
And
yep,
they're
yep.
starting to put the puzzle together, even though it's an hour into the movie and you should have had pieces already for your puzzle. In now, it's Christmas time for all the wizards and witches. Hey, wait a second. Let's dial a bit. They say Christmas. They say Christmas. I'm not even making it up. They say Christmas.
Yeah, they say
But
Happy
like,
Christmas, Harry.
yeah, you just call it the solstice. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, maybe they had to say Christmas because, like, if you don't include at least halfway the mention of the name of Jesus Christ, you're truly the devil.
Well, they gotta get Christ in there at least somehow, at
And
least once or
someone,
twice, so that
Jesus Louises.
some Christian families can be like, they celebrate Christmas, so they
They
gotta be
must be
Christians.
Christians. Harry and Ron are chilling in the dining hall playing chess when, by God, it's the queen with the steel throne. By God, as God is my witness, he's broken in half. Somebody stop the match. Ah, because wizard chess, nothing, son. That's just like, holy shit. That's Jatan as I live and breathe. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. It's real, living, violent chess.
It's so rad, dude. I want me and Grayson, my son, we play chess all the fucking time. And
Mhm.
there's like a replica version of this chessboard, and I've been trying to find it because it just not only because it's like be cool to have, but like it just looks fucking awesome.
You're
Like the
trying to find it
pieces.
so you can bring demons into your home? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, man. I'm
Yeah.
trying. I don't want to ever buy it new though. I only want to buy it from a person secondhand because I
Oh,
don't want
yeah.
to give money to this motherfucker ever
Yeah,
again.
fuck that shit.
Yeah, man. Fuck this shit.
Hermione is packed up to go home for the holiday, which a bunch of pagan magical folk shouldn't be celebrating anyway. But that's beside the point. Harry and Ron, it seems, are staying on through the break. So if you got time to lean, you got time to clean, fellas. Get to work doing research on old Nicholas Flamel.
Yeah,
Nicholas Flamel.
I love how Hermione tells him to like maybe you could do some reading, fuck face.
Christmas break. Why are we even like doing any school shit? Cut
Not in the restricted section.
Not in the restricted section. Cut to a sick owl. Oh man, this movie would have been so much more interesting with more owls. I'm like, hey, every time there's an owl, it's like, ah! You put your hands up, yeah, there's an owl. Hooty hoo.
Did you ever see Legends of the Guardians?
Yeah, dude, I
That was a
fucking love that
Gahul.
movie.
That's one
It's
of
got your
Danielle's favorite
man's.
movies.
It's rad. It's fucking
Yeah,
rad.
yeah.
It's got your man's Elijah Wood in it.
Hmm, hmm.
And that his sister's name is Eglantine. You want to talk about poor naming conventions? You can't name a bird character Eglantine. You fucking, you fucking
No,
what?
it's perfectly on the nose. It's so on the nose, it's on the beak, baby.
It's Boxing Day, and Harry gets yet another mysterious gift. He's super stoked because presumably the Dursleys wouldn't give his ass jack shit.
Right.
The present, it seems, is a cloak of invisibility because, Perseus and Joseph Campbell and The Dark Cave and Hero with a Thousand Faces, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Hey, let's just start naming things.
Donny Osmond.
Johnny Osmond, Barry Gibb,
Very cute.
Barry Gibb. I don't know, Lady Gaga.
Those are people.
Yeah. Who gave him this cloak of invisibility?
It doesn't ever really say. I think it might be Hagrid, or
Uh,
or it might be Dumbledore.
Dumbledore.
Part of me believes it's Dumbledore, though.
With the extremely convenient stealth item required for their quest, Harry goes on a mission to the forbidden bits of the library. Treading softly in the silent stone halls of the library of the Wizarding Academy, with its chained grimoires and moldering tomes, the titles on the spines growing ever more esoteric as Harry peruses the thaumaturgical texts. Boo! Screamy book jump scare! Imhotep, what's he doing here? The shouty book alerts the scary groundskeeper, so Harry runs, donning the invisibility cloak.
Do you that the groundskeeper's name is Filch,
Okay.
and he has a line in one of them. I don't remember which one it is, but he goes, "Oh boy, we are in trouble." And I say that to my wife like literally like 3 times a week. I'll just be like, "Oh boy, we are in trouble," and she's like, "Will you fucking stop?" I say it when I'm flirting with her sometimes too. It's really fucking funny.
That's so sick.
She'll like we'll be like flirting around and I'll be like deep into it too. Like we're giving each other looks and I'll be like, "Oh boy, we are in trouble."
Oh no.
It's so
That would ruin it immediately at our house. I would get a no, don't touch me for a week. You do the Macho Man impression in somebody's ear during sex one time, and you're not allowed to do any more impressions during sex at all. And it's a whole thing.
It's a
Uh,
whole thing.
you can't lean forward and go, uh-huh, uh-huh, yeah, yeah, uh-huh. You may not like it, but accept it. That's a completely different. Oh no!
Yeah, right.
Oh
That's
no!
that's a whole
Holy
equation right
shit!
there, buddy.
Okay, okay. Oh god, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta get out of here.
You know what impression does work though when you're in the middle of coitus, you just lean forward and you go, "Oh bother."
That's a that's what happens when you go too soon. Oh,
That's real shit right there. That makes somebody crack up and make it way more fun.
or you miss.
Now you miss. Oh,
Oh,
I'm just glad my wife doesn't listen to this because she'd be like, I can't believe you told people that.
I would like to clarify, I have never actually done a Macho Man impression of my wife's ear during the sex. I
Oh,
thought that would just be a funny thing to say
oh, I was
because I would
serious.
die. I would be murdered. I would be physically murdered.
I've been saying brother a lot after everything, and it really annoys Danielle. I'm like, hell yeah, brother. And she's like, why do you say that? You don't talk like that. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just, hell
I
yeah,
don't know
brother.
why.
You don't talk like
That's what
that. I'm
brothers
like,
do.
I'm doing it right now.
Brother do Jack. What follows is a tense game of cat and mouse, with Harry evading Filch the groundskeeper, keeping as silent as possible as he traverses back to the dorm through the halls lit blue white by the illumination of the most gibbous of moons.
Ooh.
Stopping short, he sees Snape confront cowardly defense professor Quirrell, his name is,
Yeah, Quill,
which
Quirrell.
is very funny. That I think it's actually very funny and clever that um, the defense from the dark arts teacher is a coward. I think that's very funny. Snape notices Harry, but he barely escapes the grasp of the curmudgeonly Goth. And I think
Yeah, that part though where he like reaches out, he goes, huh.
right.
Because Harry takes a step back, so he just like reaches out and tries to grab he just grabs the air with his like fingers so
Mhm.
daintily. He's like, ha.
It's very good stuff. I think Snape is just so angry because the guy playing him used to be an actor once. Damn it! Now look at him.
Oh,
Look at him.
how
He played
dare.
Richard III to three curtain calls. But I digress. The show must go on.
He also played the Sheriff of Nottingham.
R.A.P. Alan Rickman, man, dude was great. Dude was great. Also, Alan Rickman did not start acting until he was 36 years old.
Oh, really?
Point that out.
I got one more year. Got one more year to get started.
Yeah, and then you're just a piece of shit. Also, Edgar Rice Burroughs didn't start. Um, didn't start writing until he was 36 years old.
Oh
And
shit.
then he literally was the most successful writer in the English speaking world for a longish period of time. And he has a town in California named after one of his creations. So what are you gonna do?
Walt Disney didn't start till he was 53.
Fuck Walt Disney.
I'm just kidding. He was like 26. He was a prodigy.
uh, Ray Kroc, the guy that stole the idea of McDonald's from the McDonald brothers, and
Yeah.
then like forced the slave labor of all these poor teenagers.
Uh-huh.
He didn't steal the McDonald brothers idea until he was like 53.
So I got until I'm 53 to find somebody's idea to steal. Great.
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah. Harry barely evades Snape discovering him. And creepy ass groundskeeper, what was it? Filch? Filch,
Filch,
you
yeah.
said? Creepy ass groundskeeper Filch pops up and shows them Harry's abandoned lantern, and they react really intensely as he slips away into the night unseen.
Yeah, right. Kids out of bed.
Why? Why is it so forbidden that they not use magic in the hallways of Hogwarts?
I think it's just because
Why
the
is that a
kid.
thing?
I think it's just the kids that aren't allowed to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I think it's just because they're worried about them hurting each other, maybe, or something like
Mm.
that. That's my guess, anyway. That's the only logical thing I can think of.
In his escape, Harry happens upon a giant mirror, and I think to myself, nope, absolutely not. Do not do it, son. This is evidence that they don't have fantasy novels in the Harry Potter universe because no, thank you. He would have known not to look into that shit if he would have read a book before. I'm wondering to myself, is this a reference to The Mirrors of Tuz and Thune by Robert E. Howard? I don't know, but at least I get to think about a better story than this briefly. Um,
Heyo.
Mom and Dad appear beside him in the mirror, and despite the frigid lighting, Harry feels a little familial warmth,
Aw.
which presumably he wouldn't know if those were actually his parents. So it's just some fucking randos show up beside him like, "You're doing a great job, kid." Like,
Right.
I don't even know you. Who are you people? He runs off to tell Ron, showing him the mirror, and Ron doesn't see his parents, rather, the thing he wants the most, which is honestly pretty sad and prosaic, which I did think was fun that they did not show what Ron saw in the mirror in the movie.
Yeah, because it was
Ron,
actually just his mom accepting him for who he was and telling Harry that he loved her more. She loved Ron more and stuff like that. So,
eh, and like he was like the special boy, like he was
yeah.
nominated as specialist boy at Hogwarts. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, Ron, that's what you want most in the world.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What? Okay. Cut to sometime later, and Timu Merlin shows up to talk to Harry about the mirror and warns him about the dangers of the damn mirror. Like, what? And the mirror's going to get moved. Oh, but not until tomorrow because they don't care about the well-being of children in Hogwarts, like at all. Like
I,
magical items, sure. Monsters, sure. Things that can make you just stand there and stare at what you want most in the world until you starve to death, no problem. They're kids, they can figure it out. Like, no, no.
the fucking one of the first things that Dumbledore says to them when they all get to the school is the first, like, what is it, the third floor is off limits to
Yeah.
those who don't wish to die a most painful death. It's like, cool, that's great. When's science?
Welcome to school, you guys. Don't go to detention.
God damn. Doesn't even
Time.
tell Harry's like, he's like, it's getting moved tomorrow if you want to get your last looks in.
Yeah, that's basically what he's telling him. Oh, we're going to make sure the mirror is moved, but not until tomorrow. Why was it there in the first place? If you already knew somebody died looking into the of Magic may not have been wrong to send a regulating body to Hogwarts later in the story. The person they sent, not the best, Trumpian levels of administrative bullshit, but
Yeah.
maybe they did need somebody. They needed Miss Honey to come in there and be like,
Miss Honey.
listen, time passes and spring has sprung, and Hermione is back, and so is her atrocious juggernaut helmet looking hair. She says she messed up and has had the tome they were looking for all along, Yes, which completely negates Harry's travails in the hallway
Mhm.
and him seeing Snape being violent to a person. And her hair is unconscionable in this movie. I'm glad that they said something to somebody a little bit later about, poor Emma Watson's hair because,
Yeah,
like, Hermione looks like she has the Juggernaut's helmet, and there's a point in the movie where like she has to turn her entire body to look at somebody, and it's like hair and makeup must have told her you can't turn your head, or she must have figured out she couldn't turn her head without something being because
right.
when is it? It's later in the movie. She literally, uh, Joel Schumacher Batman turns. You know what I mean? Like, oh
Yeah.
god. Um, She said she had the book they were looking for all along, and that Nicholas Flamel was the man that made the Philosopher's Stone. Magic stuff, lead from gold, immortality, the works. Seems like Fluffy, the great value Cerberus, is guarding the self same artifact up on the third floor.
How did they find that out? Mr. Loose Lips himself.
Loose Lips himself, Mr. Haggard Haggerson. And he immediately knows what they're talking about despite this all taking place over months, and he doesn't need a recap at all because like everybody's just, oh yeah, I completely remember what we were talking about 4 months ago.
Hmm. I think
Yes,
Hagrid's last name is Exposition.
Hagrid Exposition Williams. He says Snape isn't trying to steal the damn thing, but he's trying to protect it, just like Fluffy is, because Fluffy is the name of the three-headed dog upstairs.
Of course it
There's
is.
a little dragon baby in a fucking egg, and I love it. And that dragon is now my best friend. And we will be the bestest of friends. And I will pet him and love him and squeeze him. And we will fly and do all kinds of cool dragon shit.
And he will burn your beard in cute little baby burps like he did to Hagrid.
Oh, nope. Dragon's going on a pillowcase against the wall. You touch the
Jesus.
beard and you get smeared, baby. No, I could do that to that sweet
Good
little dragon baby.
Lord.
They get spotted by a snooping ass, bullshit ass, lame ass fucking piece of trash Malfoy. That good, rotten, no good, fucking dirty piece of shit Malfoy.
That bleach blonde bitch.
And the kids get nabbed by Professor McGonagall, who takes a full 150 points away from Gryffindor and lands them all in detention. Oh man, I hope they smoke a ton of weed and have a fun dance scene. And detention, it seems, is just hanging out with the same dude they were just hanging out with and, going on a life threatening adventure. Huh. It's kind of like regular wizard school that's full of life threatening adventures and hanging out with your bearded friend. I mean,
Yep.
what's the detention here? Malfoy, roped into all this detention business in the first place, acts like a total chicken, saying he doesn't want to go in there. There's Larry Talbot's roaming these woods. Oops, wrong movie. But they all troop into the Forbidden Forest regardless. They find a pool of unicorn blood and they split the party. Like what? Don't split
Yeah,
up. Just
come on, man.
don't do that. Just stop. You fools.
Fucking dummies.
Ron and Hermione go with Hagrid, and Harry gets stuck with that no good, dirty, rotten shitheel Malfoy, who runs at the slightest sign of trouble, which is a hooded and robed figure feasting on the flesh of a fallen unicorn. The figure approaches, its snarling mouth agape, ready to tear into Harry's flesh. Backing away in terror, Harry stumbles to the ground. The figure looms over him, but at the last possible moment, a centaur drives off the creature.
Pew, pew,
The figure
pew.
Centaur party. The figure, it seems, was Lord Voldemort, and he's tainted by drinking the unicorn blood.
Yeah, man.
Uh, okay. Uh,
For if you kill a unicorn and its blood touches your lips, you're cursed. That's
because unicorns are so pure, right?
they're pure as pure can be. And that part where where they're all like getting split up there's Malfoy like looks at Fang, which is Hagrid's giant fucking dog.
Mhm.
And he goes, "Fine, I'm taking him with me." And Hagrid says, "That's fine. He's a big coward anyway." And then Fang's like, "Oh."
Fang's an Irish wolfhound, a gigantic freaking dog, which still looks very small next to Hagrid because Hagrid is half a giant.
Half giant, half human, baby. That would have been an interesting porno. What? What? You were thinking it.
You're a sick man,
You
Don.
were thinking it. It's like, which
Ah,
one was which? Was the
lady.
lady the giant? Was the guy the giant? What's
Oh,
happening?
the lady was the giant baby. That's a fetish.
I can tell
that's
by the way you
that
said that.
that's not mine. I don't know you. Not me, but a guy I know. Um at the dorm, they confer about the Dark Lord just chilling out in the Forbidden Forest and assume that Professor Snape must want the stone for Voldemort to regain his full strength. But as long as Dumbledore is Dumbledore and Doran around, Harry has to be safe.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Later,
See, we'll see about that. We'll see about that in about eight fucking movies. When
he's just dumbling and doring around, dude. Like, Harry's perfectly fine. Nothing's gonna happen to him, you know?
yep.
I almost slipped into them. I almost slipped into the macho man. That's absolutely correct, Harry Potter. There you go. You're a wizard, Harry. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. You may not like it, but accept it.
Gross.
Ew. Oh, you brought it back. You brought it back. Sickening. Later, after a big test, Harry reports that his scar is hurting for some reason, and he starts to put a couple clues together.
He's like, "Oh God, it's gonna rain today. Big storm coming. Oh jeez, maybe some hail. Something's gonna happen. Oh, there's a crazy cold front coming through."
It's throbbing. It's throbbing. Ah! Hagrid's dragon pal was way too convenient. And Hagrid is, of course, constitutionally incapable of keeping his damn yap shut and drops yet another dime to the kids, saying, play some tunes and old Fluffy upstairs will just fall asleep with the appearance of some music. And it's like, Harry was like, oh yeah, the dragon came right at and Hagrid wanted a dragon really, really bad. That has to be way too convenient. Like, hey, you're actually showing cleverness and something is happening in the movie to advance the plot. Oh my God.
It
Like almost an hour and 20 minutes into the movie. Yeah, we're like an hour and a half in to a
might
two and
even
a
be
half.
more than that, dude.
Fuck, man. No, yeah, because we're like almost at the final confrontation, aren't we?
Yep.
So they panic and freak out and they're running off to tell Dumbledore about the whole plot to put Fluffy to sleep and steal the Philosopher's Stone. But Dumbledore, it seems, is not at Hogwarts, which should make Harry very, very nervous. Instead, the only Instead, the only adult available to tell is Professor McGonagall. And Professor McGonagall is somehow surprised the kids even know about the stone and just tells them to sort of toddle off, which she should know by now. These kids are way too precocious to have not just
Right.
known about it. You don't know about the stone? The stone? What? The stone, you said? You know,
Right. You did it wrong. It's like, how do you know about that? How do you know about that? I can't do it. See, I gotta do the other. Oliver Wood. How do you know? I fucking forget it. Forget it. I'm turning to Miss Doubtfire.
Harry assumes that the visitor who gave Hagrid the dragon was Snape. And just as he says this, poof, what do you need? Snape is there. And you know what? Harry may just be right. The guy does seem adept at stealing stuff. I just hope he stays away from any skyscrapers while he's doing it. Harry, whose principal character trait seems to be dangerous impulsiveness, says, well, we obviously have to Ben Gates this whole situation and steal the Philosopher's Stone first. Later that
Still
night.
Declaration of Independence. We're gonna steal the Philosopher's Stone.
We got to steal the Philosopher's Stone first before Sean Bean steals the Philosopher's Stone.
Harry, how's your scar?
Put the Philosopher's Stone back in the box.
We're gonna spray some lemon juice on your scar and see if we can find some clues. Look, it's a clue.
If they didn't find the Philosopher's Stone, they would have their entrails pulled out and burned.
The beast.
Call the fucking cops on this guy. He's obviously insane. Harvey Keitel is there. It's a whole thing. Later that night, Hogwarts lays quiet, the tranquility of the night giving no clue as to the dangers yet to come.
Even the crickets are quiet because they know some shit's about to go down.
Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse, because that mouse was like, "Oh shit, keep your fucking head down, bro. I didn't hear nothing, I didn't see nothing, I didn't smell nothing. Shit, I didn't even live there." When the trio goes to leave, Gryffindor, Neville is there to stop them getting in any trouble.
Yeah, that's
Wearing
my
the most
boy.
incredible pajamas, by the way. Hell yeah, Neville, let's go. Neville has bought so hard into the House Cup competition that he says if you three insist on going out and getting in trouble, you'll cost Gryffindor the house prize. And then fisticuffs is the only answer.
Hell yeah.
He puts his dukes up like he's ready to start swinging on these
I'll,
clowns.
I'll fight you.
And he's like, oh, okay, Neville, man, do it. Stand up for what you believe, buddy.
What if he just like straight one cockney? Oh, fuck you, Ron. Fuck you, Harry. Fuck all of you. I didn't want to call her. I didn't want to say anything mean to Hermione because she's a lady.
Because she's a lady. Oh. To this, Hermione turns him to stone, and the actor does an insane bump for the stunt. Like, I really hope this was a stunt performer or that floor was way more padded than we might believe because he straight up, like, doesn't even tuck his chin when he falls.
No.
Like, maybe just because he was a kid, they told him, just stand still, you'll be fine. You got about 12 of these in you before you stop being able to count. Like, uh, he falls fully back and does not. Maybe this is a dummy
Maybe.
with locked joints or something, but like he fully hits the floor and doesn't like tuck his chin, which is
Crazy.
lady when later when they're like at lunch or whatever, and he's like, "Man, you guys, these almonds taste really weird." I'm like, "No, we're eating roast beef, Neville." Hermione should feel really, really bad about that shit.
Yep.
Like, oh, that was me. I gave him mashed potato brain. Sorry, buddy. Ooh, it's an actual dungeon crawl in an actual fantasy movie. Holy shit. Was I wrong about this film? And it's actually really cool? No, no, I wasn't. I was right. I'm always fucking right. I swear I'm right. I swear. I knew it all along. They arrive to find Fluffy already musically subdued by an ensorcelled harp. And that big sweet boy is just snoring and drooling away.
Mhm.
So they get past him until he wakes up. At the last second, they jump down the trap door, only to be ensnared by vines.
Ew.
To chill the fuck out and get the fuck out is the key. And Harry and Miss Granger escape easily by chilling the fuck out. But Ron, constitutionally incapable of chilling the fuck out, freaks the fuck out. And Hermione, using her learned knowledge and character trait trademark, she casts a sunlight spell, which causes the vines to release Ron, who falls to the floor, the stone floor of the dungeon, from like 10 feet up.
Mhm.
He takes this horrific bump for Harry. It's like, holy shit. This kid's just getting beat up for Harry Potter all the time.
Consistently.
The next chamber exists completely for Harry's character trait trademark, where a broomstick waits hovering beneath a swarm of flying keys. In a bit that the score sure thinks is a hell of a thrill, Harry uses his sports ball skills to snag the proper flying key from the darting swarm, and then they escape the angry keys just in time.
So the keys just reset themselves after the last time when the guy went through.
I guess so.
How did,
There's a
how,
hovering broom there. Like, just
right,
how would they have got it if that asshole didn't leave his broom? Like, if he wasn't a forgetful jerk and he like took the broom on the other side of the door with him.
right.
Like, you see, do these keys have arms? Can they like push themselves out of the wall? Can the gray key like
Right.
push itself out of the wall?
What happened to the key
Magic.
after he caught the key and unlocked the door with it? What happened to that key? Did he take it with him? How did it get back out there? I don't understand this. There's no logic. There's no truth to this
There's no
art.
truth to this art. The next room fully proves my earlier snarkiness correct, and they find a life-size chessboard. Jetan, indeed. Like I said, we would definitely come back to Edgar Rice Burroughs because this is Martian chess. Because in Martian chess, it's played with full-size board, and somebody's gonna die.
Oh.
Eh. It seems that they must beat the castle in a game of chess to win through to the door on the other side. Or they're playing against each other. I don't remember. He's playing against Hermione, isn't he?
No, I think they're all on the same team. I think they're playing against the castle.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
We see the chess game in its entirety. And I'm like, but in a montage of practical statue explosions and that god awful try hard ass score plunking away incessantly, we see the chess game in its fullness until it's just down to Ron on the back of a knight and the other side's queen, as the pieces each individually fight each other as they take the squares they're taking. So, like, the pawns pull out their swords and they hack the other pieces to death. And
Hmm.
it's quite graphic and pretty darn cool because it's all practical. They
Yeah.
just blew up a bunch of statues and filmed it in a really cool way. In the final move, Ron sacrifices himself rather foolishly when the queen destroys the knight he's on, when he could have just, stood on the sidelines with Hermione and Harry.
Yeah,
Like,
even when I was little, I was like, that doesn't make sense.
hey, Ron, buddy, we know you want to help, but like, come on, dude. Ron takes yet more physical punishment for Harry as he's thrown from the life-size knight piece when the queen destroys it with her sword.
Hmm.
Harry hollers checkmate to the AI running the chess game, and the last weapon falls to the board, clearing the way from danger. And like Ron, like literally this giant ass iron or like stone sword bashes the knight Ron's on. He like falls to the ground. He's like blasted with chunks of falling statue. Like, oh
Right.
god, you could have just backed away, dude. And this is the meme thing. I was like, you have to do it, Harry, not me, not Hermione,
Not
just
Hermione.
you. Hermione. Ugh. Hermione says, go on ahead, Harry. The real experience points were the friends we made along the way, and only you can get the stone. Harry descends a long staircase into a chamber bearing the mirror. And not Professor Snape, it seems, but that sniveling little worm, Quirrell.
Uh-oh.
It seems that all school year, every time the kids thought that Snape was the villain, it was actually Professor Quirrell, and Snape was trying to help Harry. Quirrell let the troll in. Quirrell cursed Harry at the Quidditch game, and Snape was confronting him about just how shitty a white man in a turban is.
Yeah, that's the whole reason. I'm questioning your ethics.
He doesn't care about Harry Potter. He's just really against cultural appropriation.
Right, right, right. Do you really think that that's appropriate?
Quirrell says he can see himself holding the stone in the mirror, but has no way to get it. Harry's starter sense goes off as a creepy voice says, use the boy. And I'm like, oh God, what the fuck is going on? And Quirrell commands, compels, magically, controls Harry into looking into the mirror. Harry sees himself putting the stone in his pocket and feels the stone appear there. But Harry is too clever to tip his hand, and when Quirrell asks what he sees, Harry makes shit up. But The creepy voice is back. It says that Harry is lying and he demands to see the boy.
Is it? Okay. How does the stone end up in his pocket?
I don't.
Because
Magic.
if that logic stands,
Whimsy.
he could have turned around and saw his parents.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
And Ron would have got his Quidditch trophy.
Right.
Because it's magic, baby. Ooh.
Do the voice of Voldemort as Cobra Commander for the rest of this, please.
I don't know how to do Corporal Commander's voice.
It's kind of like what you're doing, but with a lisp. Like really carry out
I
the
don't
essence.
understand how to do that.
You just did it.
I don't think I can.
G.I. Joe's.
I'll get you next time. Gadget. I don't know. I don't know.
Gadget. You turn
that
him
is
into the
not-
claw.
It's not pleasant to do. There has to be a better way to do that. I'll get you next time. I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling children.
Did you
can't
fucking
feel my bottom. What?
Did
I'm
you...
a face on the back of a head. This is really fucking weird.
Did you see that they revealed Jared Leto's voice for Skeletor? But it's like this. It's like, okay, man.
Fuck
It's like,
Jared Leto, man.
it's like, dude, Skeletor's voice is iconic, and it's supposed to be all high and fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Hello, He-Man.
And you think a total weirdo phoebe like Jared Leto would just have a normally high-pitched weirdo voice.
Right. I was expecting it to be his normal voice,
Right.
but no. I think Bill Hader should have done it. It would have been perfect.
Dude. Have they released any more trailers from the He-Man movie?
They released like 2 more. That's why I know that came
Oh.
out. I saw a clip of him talking on TikTok, and I was like, boo.
Just
But
boo
yeah,
Jared Leto in general. How does he keep getting jobs?
I don't know. No one likes him. That's why
Nobody
Tron
likes him.
bombed.
We also have a lot of
And
people
Morbius.
that nobody likes that still get success all the time. I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
Nobody likes the president of the United States. He's the president of the United States. Fuck that guy. Professor Quirrell turns, unwrapping his turban slowly, revealing a pale, monstrous face pressing itself out of the back of his head, its features twisted and nightmarish and bearing a nose. Huh.
Hmm.
Voldemort, it seems, lives on, but in such a reduced state as to function as a parasitic spirit, because the Horcrux thing wasn't nailed down yet?
Mhm.
This is kind of as like retrograde, like maybe she didn't have the Horcrux thing together.
Yeah, probably not.
You know what I mean? He can exist as a spirit by drinking unicorn blood, but the stone in Harry's pocket can give him a new body. Hello, Harry Potter. Harry Potter. I'm so deliciously evil, darling. Oh, I love that. I like that a lot. Hello and welcome to my dungeon, darling.
You sound like
Yes.
Harvey Firestein mixed with fuck, what is it? Oh, god damn it, what's their name?
What is it? I like Eartha Kitt.
Yeah, that works.
I'm the Dark Lord, baby. Oh, I went too hard. I went too hard. Oh God. Okay.
Pucker up.
Give us a kiss, precious.
He's got the fucking stone in his pocket.
You stupid. Oh God. Oh,
Right. Now I'm gonna have to cut that.
Harry says F this clown and cheeses it, but a wall of flame roars to life behind him, barring his way. Voldemort, like any villain worth his salt, offers Harry a partnership, saying he can bring back Harry's dead parents. The boy just needs to give him the stone.
Does he say something about ask him if you've ever heard of Darth Plagueis the Wise or something?
Yeah.
And then Harry's like, no, and he's like, I thought not.
There's power in the dark side, Harry. It just sounded like Mark Hamill doing skips. skips from the regular show.
Just
Um,
do fucking Emperor Palpatine. Unlimited
and
power.
Harry says no to the offer, and Voldemort orders Quirrell to kill the boy. The henchman leaps on Harry, and they wrestle for the stone. But wherever Harry's skin touches Quirrell, the flesh cracks and desiccates, turning to ash. He screams, and Voldemort, like any villain worth his salt, doesn't care for the well being of his pawns and orders Quirrell to shut the fuck up and just kill the boy already.
There's a part where he touches his hand and it starts to like disintegrate, and he goes, "What is this magic? What is this magic?"
What is this magic? There's a great there's a great bit in and I know they did this on purpose in Dragonheart 3
Okay.
where the guy literally looks up in the sky and goes, "What sorcery is this?" And you're like, that's a joke. Nobody actually says that. They did it on purpose because
That's
whatever.
awesome.
He goes, "What sorcery is this?"
There.
Like, that's great. Give me more of that. I love bad fantasy
That's
movies.
like in Troll 2. Oh my god, they're eating him. Then they're going to eat me.
Oh my
Oh my god.
god. Oh, hi, Mark. Harry, realizing he has at least one weapon left in his arsenal, uses his poison palm technique again, burning Quirrell's flesh, sending him staggering back, screaming as his skin deteriorates, flaking away, bits of it borne away on the wind, crumbling away to nothing as Voldemort's spirit is torn free from its vessel.
Mhm, mhm.
With a snarl of rage, the ghost baddie rushes at Harry, the incorporeal lord of dark magic, blasting through the boy, flinging him from his feet to fall unconscious to the stone steps of the dungeon chamber. And the last thing Harry's eyes see as darkness closes over him is the Philosopher's Stone tumbling from his hand to clatter to the floor, safe from the bad guy at last.
Fuck you, Harry Potter. Stupid bitch with your scar on your forehead.
So the whole thing of like him not having a nose, like he had a nose as a ghost,
Yeah.
and just Harry fucking over his plan the first time cost him
Yep.
his nose.
Yep. That's the whole reason he's really pissed. I used to be a beautiful boy, Harry Potter, but you took away my best feature.
It
My
was this
nose.
gorgeous patrician nose. I looked like Julius Caesar himself.
I had the perfect slope. You could almost ski off with the tip of my nose, Harry Potter. But you took it.
Now I have two weird slits in the front of my face.
I look like a fucking snake.
I can't get a girlfriend because they keep trying to put their fingers in there. They say it's not for that.
Please
Please.
stop.
And
Please stop.
it's all Harry Potter's fault.
I go to sleep at night. I'm like, fuck that kid. Ruined everything. Why didn't you just die?
Harry wa- uh, Harry wakes up in the most ostentatious nurse's office on the entire face of the planet. All high Gothic arches and Baroque flourishes. And yes, I understand those are two completely different architectural things, but it sounds good. And why the fuck does Hogwarts school nurse's office need to be this extra?
Mm.
It's weird. It's weird. It's like a cathedral.
Mm.
But Harry got a bunch of candy and gifts from his well wishers, and he perks up as Dumbledore comes in. They share a moment, and Dumbledore tells Harry that Hermione and Ron are fine. Dumbledore fixed things that only someone who wanted the stone could find it, which not someone who wanted to use it. So, okay. Oh, okay, magic guys. Sure. Sure.
So they made it so only someone who wanted to find it but not use it could find it.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, we got it,
Which is
folks.
a little silly. Just like
Yeah.
the word Dumbledore is a little silly.
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore! So the stone is safe, and now they're destroying it so nobody else could find it. And good old Nicholas Flamel, whose immortality is tied to the entire Philosopher's Stone itself, agreed to die.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, whatever. He just agreed to die like a nice man because I asked him politely, and everything is cool. It's cool, Harry. You did a great job when everybody else had to sacrifice their shit for you. But
Well, like technically, he destroys the stone, so he will die. He doesn't die when it is destroyed.
oh,
It's
I know, because his
because
immortality tether is broken. Yes, I know.
yeah, because
Ah,
there's a part where he's in like the seventh movie, and he's a weird old fucking guy.
mhm.
He's like 1,000 years old, and he's like, "Meh." He's all old and white and decrepit. He looks like Trump.
You said Trump. I was gonna say I'm also old, white, and decrepit, but
No.
I mean I'm at least two of those things. So what are you gonna do?
You fucking
You
idiot.
decide. When Harry asks what happened with Professor Quirrell, Dumbledore tells him Quirrell couldn't bear Harry's touch because his mom sacrificed herself for him, and that kind of pure love burns evil or something or whatever. Something. Harry gets everything handed to him because he's the chosen one, the special boy in the world. Blah, blah, blah. Fuck this long ass, boring ass movie. Harry goes to look for his friends in the ridiculous castle and finds them just fine. Okay.
Yeah, like right outside the fucking hospital wing. They just happen to be chilling there.
He takes two steps and they're like, "You all right?" It's like, "Yeah."
Oi!
Oi, prick!
I run! Hermione! You fucks! I'm awake! And I'm okay! Looked at the number, well, I burnt his fucking face off! Why is he turning on?
Harry Potter, you absolute piece of shit.
You fucking what, mate?
It's neither out nor summit. Year-end ceremony time, and it's pointless house cup award giving time. Ba, 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 oh. Are you fucking joking me? Fuck this. Fuck the points. Fuck the score plunking away like calliope on quaaludes. And fuck the silly hats of all these overdressed, twee, obnoxiously English children. By the way, Slytherin wins. Ugh. But there are last minute points to award. If we gave a shit about that, why? Who cares? The bad guy's defeated. Let's go home. Like you shits.
No, we gotta make Harry Potter feel special one more time.
Dumbledore exercises his favorite muscle in this entire book series, that good old favoritism muscle, and
Hell
gives
yeah.
Hermione extra points for herbology knowledge to defeat the vine trap. To Ron for idiotically staying on the chess piece when he could have just stood safely to the side, and Harry Potter for being the specialist of all the boys. So cool and rad and totally not riding everybody else's effort and success and sacrifice to success. He just gives Harry Potter points for being alive.
Yeah, basically.
For your courage and bravery, I give 70,000 points to Gryffindor. And even Neville gets some points for being sensible and standing up to his friends when they're doing dumb shit. Good job, Neville. Good job, buddy. You did.
The only one that actually deserved the points and all of that.
I'd give the points to Hermione. She solved a bunch of problems and issues with like using what school is for learning. You know, she did.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like that kind of asshole, but all could have been avoidable if she wasn't there.
Oh shit! Wow. By the way, Gryffindor wins instead, and all the dumb hats get tossed in the air. Can I go to bed now, please? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I want to go to sleep. Did we just watch these kids' entire school year from beginning to end?
Yeah,
Is
man.
is Albus Dumbledore unfit to be an educator because his unethical favoritism? Probably yes to all these things. Gratefully, we get a final scene after 2.5 hours of kids saying goodbye to Hagrid and his disproportionately tiny hands, which I thought was very fun. They've got Robbie Coltrane in this giant costume with this big old beard in his head, and he waves to the kids, and he's got these tiny, tiny little hands, Harry Potter. Tiny little hands. And oh man, it was very funny. He waves to these kids, and I was like, oh, look how small his hands. I was losing my mind because I was so tired. At the train station, the audience is threatened with the looming specter of having to watch these children grow up and go to school every year while being groomed into child soldiers. Oh, fun. Oh, joy. Because they say, we'll see you next year, Harry Potter. And I'm like, you fucking what, mate?
No, that's not how it ends. Hermione says, "Aren't you happy to be going home?" And Harry says, "I'm not going home. Not really."
Oh, man. You think that drafty ass castle full of death traps is your home now? You've been fucking. Oh, that's Stockholm syndrome.
I don't know, man. The
Better than
Dursleys. Uh, Centaurs and unicorn blood, the Dursleys.
uh,
Just realized how dirty my hand was when I did that.
was this movie evil? No. Cute? Shit. No. Actually, it was so. What'd you think?
This was a nice little trip down memory lane for me. I have a lot of nostalgia with this movie, because of growing up watching it super young and then watching it with my kid when he was older and spending a lot of time through the whole universe of that with them and stuff like that. I mean, we even like watched all the walkthroughs of like the Harry Potter land and shit, of at Universal Studios.
Mhm.
So it was cool to watch it again. I mean, it's way different now, knowing what I know about old fuckface herself, but also like you can just see a lot more glaring things as far as like as a movie itself
Mm.
and the storytelling. You know what I mean? So, but the nostalgia of it for me is the biggest pull for it for sure. I don't see any problems with it as far as like letting kids watch it. I think it's fine. I think it's in the same vein as like Never Ending Story and stuff. You know what I mean?
So, a question, not contact warning wise, but as a parent,
Yeah.
do you feel you can assist your child, or do you feel that you have equipped your kids enough to let them know that there is a difference between fiction and reality?
Yeah.
You
I
know
think
what I
it's
mean?
I think it's pretty easy to teach your kids that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I think that's what I'm learning as we're doing this podcast is that the these Christian people, they're sowing so much fear and like profiting so much off of this like stranglehold they have on parents just really wanting their kids to have, be safe,
Yeah.
is a lack of the understanding that fiction is fiction and reality is reality.
Right.
It's kind of really sad, honestly. There's such a lack of media literacy. There's such a lack of like just understanding what is and is not a story that they get into.
Yeah.
Mm. Evil? No. Cute? Sure. To kids. I'm a grown ass man with no nostalgia for this, so it's just kind of annoying. But reading is magic at a certain age, and I'm sure this absolutely hit who it was supposed to hit at the time it was supposed to hit. I can actually understand why a bunch of ignorant, uneducated, paranoid, propagandized victims of cult indoctrination and con men would find this objectionable. It
Yeah.
uses imagination, wonder, and kids having agency and actually advocates for knowledge gained through research and study rather than slavish obedience, rote memorization, and spoon feeding. It's actually terrific. I caught myself with another joke. It's actually perfect. I mean, perfect for middle grade readers. Of course, Christians wouldn't want their kids inspired by this. Wrap it up in some moral panic, add a dash of superstition, and you got yourself a scapegoat and a way to fill the offering plate. It's just really sad that something that definitely hit that sense of literary magic kids get when they read at that age is stained by the vile opinions and statements of its creator. I can't imagine opening so many minds to wonder and imagination only to have a closed mind myself. With a platform that large, quite honestly, it's irresponsible and harmful to espouse some of the things that Rowling has. Literal human lives and well beings hang in the balance around some of these issues, and to be frivolous and willfully antagonistic about it is, well, what a Dark Lord would do. Just to remind everybody before we get out of here, trans women are women, trans men are men. People should all have equal rights under the law, no matter who they are. And we firmly believe that everyone is who they has the right to pursue who they believe themselves to be.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's monstrous to actively give money to hindering causes of human rights. I
Yes.
think that's fucking insane. And that's what this lady has done and is doing. And she has made statements to verify that she is contributing money to causes to hurt people on purpose.
Not only that, her words alone, words can literally push someone to end their life. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um, so her words alone, not just her financially supporting this shit. It's all fucked up. So yeah, everything you said, trans lives matter, and we love all of you, and we hope that you're all doing okay. And especially in times like right now, you're doing what you can to survive, and it's not a struggle for you, hopefully. So we love all of you, and to anyone who thinks that that is wrong, go get fucked, eat poop, and if you're into eating poop, don't eat poop. How about that? How about you don't get to eat that poop? You look at it and you don't eat that poop, you fucking asshole. How about that? How about that?
I wish we had a bunch of Patreon people so we could like take the money from this like these specific episodes like this month and just like donate it in her name to like a trans rights advocacy group or something,
Hell yeah, man.
just to be, not only talking, you know what I mean?
I'll do it. I'll donate some money. I'll donate
Hell
like
yeah.
$20 to the Trevor Project in J.K. Rowling's name.
Yeah, I can throw down.
Hell yeah, man. Just to get some more money in there and also just to say fuck you, you know?
Yeah, hell yeah. So if you like what you heard, join us next time as we do a watch along of something that I don't know because we haven't decided it yet.
We're gonna flip a fucking coin, y'all.
Oh my god. Holy shit. If you like what you heard, give us a rating and review. You know, just drop a little comment on the old Spotster there. Give us a little
Yeah,
five
man.
stars. Give us a little, any ratings help.
Yeah,
Review on the Apple Podcast,
it's
whatever.
getting a little hard to keep telling you guys we love you when you won't even tell us we love you back.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is not transactional,
It
buddy.
hurts
I
my
don't know.
feelings.
Hey, okay. I'm sorry your hurt feelings are hurt, but I still love you, even if you don't leave me a review, even though Donovan's a dirty, rotten transactional jerk. Uh, but yeah,
It's my love language. Get off my back.
you can visit us and call us idiots at gmail.com/Jesus Movies. You can visit us and call us idiots at Jesus.stole on Instagram. And we'll talk to you next time. Until then, listen to more ska. And thank you to Mustard Plug for the use of our theme song.
And don't let Jesus steal anything from you. Get that shit back.
Get that shit back,
Get
baby.
that shit back from Jesus. Like, can you imagine fucking RFK doing like the Scatman song? Bada
No, but
bada bada bee bada 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 bo. Bada bada bo.
I'm a scat man. Yeah.
Scat man. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-bo.
It doesn't work if you don't do it in the actual rhythm. It worked, however the hell I think it worked. You piece of shit.
Do you know who my father was?
Do you want to build a snowman? Hey,
Ew.
Bobby. Maybe we should give the aspirations of being award-winning karaoke singer. Just put it on the back burner for right now. I can do it, you guys. I'm really fucking good.
Into your house.